Hey guys, so in this video we'll be going over how to keep your WordPress website secure in 2023. So if this is something you'd like to learn how to do, then watch this video. Okay, so first what we're going to look over is making sure you have a security plugin installed. So what you want to do is in plugins, go to add new and just search security. Okay, and then you can just choose one of the top ones. Let's just go with the first one here, the all-in-one security and firewall, and just click install now and activate. Okay, great. So we have it over here, and then we can go into dashboard. Okay, so now we need to set it up. Okay, so it's saying we need to set up the firewall. So click setup now. Okay, so the firewall has been installed. And then here as well, setting up the IP detection. So just choose your current IP. Okay, and then click save settings. So we can look at the features that they offer here. So just looking at your user accounts, user logins, user registrations, database security, okay, and then the file system securities, and then the blacklist manager. There is a specific IP that's causing spam on your website, then you can enter them here, which will ban that IP from your website. And then here as well is the firewall settings. Yep, so we want to turn these on. Save firewall settings. We can look here into the brute force settings. Yeah, so another important feature thing to look out for is to make sure that the default WordPress admin is changed so that bots aren't able to easily access your login page. So just click this and let's just change it to user login and click save. So now our new login link is this login link here. Instead of WP admin, it's user login. Okay, and then this is just spam protection. So we can just turn those on. So if you want to increase your security further, then I recommend adding two-factor authentication. So this is essentially where you need to enter a code as well from your secured device, such as your smartphone. So you'll do that through the Duo Mobile or Google Authenticator app. Having this, just in case someone gets your password, they'll still won't have access unless they have the two-factor authentication code as well. So that's very unlikely. So setting this up for your website will definitely help with security even further. So you can just follow these instructions on how to set that up. Okay, and then lastly is their premium upgrades. Yep, so right now we're on the free version, and then the paid version has just malware scanning. So you can start with the free version and then upgrade to the premium version once you need more of these security features. Yep, so just making sure you have a security plugin with a firewall is what I would say is the most essential for keeping your website secure. Okay, so next I would recommend looking at your current hosting company. So personally, I use WP Engine for my clients and my business website. So it's ensuring that you have a high quality web hosting is essential for security, as they make sure that your server is using secure versions of PHP and MySQL. I would recommend WP Engine, and also Kinsta as well is another high quality host that I would recommend. So those are the two high quality web hosting companies that I use for clients. In the dashboard also, I would recommend double checking your users here. So always just check your users here, and then just make sure that if you're not a membership website, that you disable this, anyone can register, so that even if someone has the login link, that they're not able to create an account. And then only the admins can create a new account through here. So just users and then add new. Okay, so yeah, just monitoring your users here every so often will help with security, as well as every quarter or so, you just change your password and use a password management tool. Okay, so next you can also look at just what WordPress provides. They provide some additional security features, such as looking at your site health screen. So you can look over here, and this will provide you with issues, security vulnerabilities as well. Recommend that you install the latest WordPress versions, as they'll include all the latest security patches. So you can just install it directly in your WordPress dashboard. Okay, so let's just install to 6.31. Okay, great. So this has been installed. And then you can just check the front end of your website just to make sure your website is still functional. And again, just always have backups of your website. With the high quality hosting, automated backups are one of their core features. So just in case you make an update with a plugin or a theme or WordPress, that you're able to revert back to the latest working version. So along with making sure WordPress is up to date, you want to make sure that your themes and your plugins are up to date as well. So you can do that through here. So theme details, and then if an update is required, it'll show here as show a prompt for a new update. And then on the plugins, just monitoring the plugins as well, because this is one of the major ways that your site could be hacked is by using third-party plugins that aren't up to date, could cause security vulnerabilities. So just looking at your plugins and making sure that they're up to date, and any plugins that aren't being used or aren't being actively upgraded, then you should look for alternatives or delete those apps if they're not necessary. So just for an example, with this app, you can either update it or delete it. So since it's inactive, we'll just delete it. And just if we need it, then we can just install it again. When you reinstall the app, it will be at the latest version. So we can just delete this app. So next, just looking here in the user login, you should enable a feature where it prevents users from brute forcing login attempts. Enable this, and then over here we can set the amount of login attempts. So by default it's set to 3. Over here they set to log in again, it'll take every 5 minutes. So this will prevent bots from brute forcing login attempts. So making sure a limit login attempts feature is enabled will help with security. So we can click save settings. Next, if you're a e-commerce website where you're handling customer data or user payments on the website, you want to make sure that your site has an SSL certificate. So just up here in the URL bar, you'll know you have an SSL certificate if you see the little site lock. So if you're with a high quality host, then they'll provide an SSL certificate for free. So that's something that will just come with your website. But if not, then you can purchase one or get one for free with Let's Encrypt. And then you can just install that using the really simple SSL plugin. So just search really simple SSL, this app here, and then you'll be able to just modify your SSL certificates. You just go through their installation here if you don't have SSL certificate enabled on your website. And then lastly, what I would recommend is just doing a general security audit every quarter or so of features we went over. So just looking at your security dashboard, just making sure that you aren't getting any critical notices, as well as, again, keeping your users tables updated. So making sure that you don't have any unauthorized users or just users that aren't active on the website anymore. You can just delete those accounts, as that's a potential way for a hacker to get into your website if they have access to those credentials. And then again, keeping your plugins and themes and WordPress updated, but that should be something that's done on a weekly or monthly basis. So this concludes the end of the video. I hope you were able to implement some of these techniques in order to improve the security of your WordPress website. Please like and subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.